All right, guys, we are live.
Welcome back to
Welcome.
GRBY Talk. Things are starting to get exciting. We've officially kicked off our series, and I'm excited to share the standings. Of course, nothing is official until tomorrow, so it's going to be really fun to see what changes and just those little quarter inches that Chase knows also in half inches. Chase knows also well about. It's been a ton of fun getting started. We got to fish our first one on Thursday. We have so much for you tonight. We are going to go over our upcoming events. We have some special guests on tonight to share about some of those lakes. Super excited about that and so thankful that they joined us. We are going to talk about the upcoming fundraiser event for GRBY, which is really cool. Going to show you guys the bingo card tonight and kind of talk about that.
Yeah.
And look at the standings. And of course, as always, end with answering any questions you guys have. So I'm super excited. I'm trying to share it in the GRBY Facebook page to make sure everybody knows we're on. So let me get that shared and we will get going. It was an interesting week weather-wise for tournaments, that's for sure.
Yes. I mean, you guys know this Indiana weather. It is always back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So we started out with some really warm weather. We fished Thursday for the bluegrass event, and it was, I think it got up to like upper 80s on us while we were out there, and 30 plus mile an hour winds. So it was a brutal day on the water, even as nice as it was. But overall, it was a good day on the water. Then Thursday night, that storm came through and brought in a cold front. So everyone fishing Friday and Saturday, they were fishing some pretty cool weather. And I always say that this March tournament, we get to see like all the seasons at once, you know. My first ever tournament was a March tournament out at Bluegrass, and I saw 30-degree weather with 20 plus mile an hour winds and snow. So it was kind of crazy, and it seems like that weather just kind of jumps around for this March tournament every year.
That's so true. All right, guys, do me a favor because mine is not working on my end. Share this over to the GRBY page and to anyone you know. Make sure everybody that we know is on and here because we know sometimes people have lots of questions and this is the best place to answer it face to face. Okay, so we're going to hop to it and we are going to talk about our upcoming events. First off is West Boggs, and we have our special guest, JT.
Yeah, we are super excited to have JT Hickman on tonight. So welcome, man. We are happy to see you out and moving again.
Yeah, it's awesome to be back and starting to finally do lives again. I had to say I was surprised, but super happy. I took over GRBY Talk for Brian Sprague back in the day when he, moved on and was going to fish and do some more things. And then, of course, Antoine and Nate did a great job, coming in after me. And then when I saw that you guys were hosting GRBY Talk for this season, I was like, I love the progression of the hosts that we've had over the last several years as GRBY keeps growing and getting bigger and bigger, and it's always exciting that we get new blood coming in each year. And it just brings a different flavor, but it shows how great GRBY really is because it's not gatekeeped by just a couple of people. We have a lot of great guests, and hosts. So I was super stoked to see you guys that were leading the challenge this year after, Nate and Antoine did a great job, last year too. So I have to say welcome for you guys, but yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's awesome to be back on a GRBY Talk. It's been a while, but it's been a while since I've done any talks, but it's good to be back here and chit chat with y'all tonight.
Yeah, welcome.
We appreciate it. It's fun to be here. We've said it several times to everyone who's asked us. We love GRBY. It's how we got started tournament fishing.
Yeah.
And having the opportunity to help it grow, like you said, it's not something to gatekeep, but to grow our community. We are excited to be here. So it's fun. So we know that you have some experience fishing West Boggs, and we kind of want to hear the basics, the setup of it, like what can people expect? I know the weather looks a little yucky, but this early spring fishing at West Boggs, what all is there to know?
Well, this time of the year, of course, the weather is back and forth. That's Indiana. It's hot, cold, hot, cold. Expect winds. I didn't even think to look at the forecast, but just going off past experience, late March, early April, always expect wind in the lake. Now, there's plenty of folks that have fished bogs plenty. So obviously I don't need to speak for or to them. But if you're a newer angler coming to bogs for the first time, and you've got no idea what you're getting into, bogs is a great fishery. It's one of those that was a very high level lake years ago, and they've drained it twice over the last 15 or 20 years, trying to kill out the shad that had been, I guess, placed in the lake. So they drew it down, basically took all the big fish out, got as much shad out as they could, brought it back up, and they've done that twice. Yeah. And that being said, the bass fishing has always been really good at bogs, but back in the day, it was like bluegrass, Monroe, high level, big bass. And we've watched and tracked the bass over the last 5 years. Kind of, you saw the trend, the bigger bass that were winning the tournaments were in the 18-inch range. Yeah. And then the next year it went to like that 18.5, 19.5-inch range. And now you're starting to see more 20s get caught. And those are the bass that make a difference in a lake. So the good thing is overall, the bass fishing is really good. But again, it's, I think a boat tournament last weekend took 25 pounds to win, which is like on average five pounders. So you're thinking, you're thinking, okay, there's some probably 18s, 19s, and in our world, 20s, and maybe a 21 that was caught. Exactly. So my PB on bogs is in the 20s. I think I've got a 21 out there once, but I've gotten it where a couple times a year I can pull some 20s out of the air. Actually, this time last year, I was looking at my last video when I was introducing my Bonafide XTR out on the bogs and taking it for its first spin. I think I caught a nice 19.5 that went into the 5 pound range going along the dam. So I'll give some advice for the newcomers. If you've never been there and you don't know where to go, start inside the marina right there at the boat ramp. That little dock that's right there to the left of the boat, I always catch a fish there. If you like throwing a Senko, that's always a good time. The Strike King Rage Bug has been like the juice. And I can say this knowing that I was third in the AOY points fighting with my brother and Jim Strunk on bogs last year before I had to leave for the rest of the season. Yeah. But I mean, I was right there punching with him as I went out. But a very lightweight Texas rig Strike King Rage Bug, black, blue, green pumpkin, whatever your favorite, swim it. I'll tell you, swim it like a crankbait. You can Texas, pop it, this and that, but that's the juice for. So for me, crazy. A black and blue Senko, or if they want something moving, a lightweight. Now, what I caught the big fish on this time last year, if you can get one of the 6-cent Swank L-bill, it's kind of like a hybrid hunter from Strike King. Oh, yeah. It's like a crankbait, but it'll run above that slimy green grass on the rocky banks. So fish around the marina, and always start there. Again, this time of year, it's hard. I don't think they're going to be back spawning in that back bay. They might be, or they'll be heading that way. And then I always tell people, if you've never caught fish on bogs and you get skunked every time, go over to the restaurant, start where the dock is in the bay by the restaurant, and work your way around the restaurant and all the way across the dam and just go back and forth. You'll find some fish here and there. You may not get them on your first pass, but as it warms up through the day, those bass like pushing up towards those rocks. They'll get up there where the bluegill is their prime forage. The bluegill get right up on those rocks trying to warm up a little bit, and then those bass will come up and smash them. But if you've got nowhere else to go, fish the marina at the boat ramp, and then fish around the dam and the restaurant. Nothing's guaranteed, but you got a good chance in at least catching some fish and not coming out there getting skunked.
Sounds Awesome. That's one. So this year, I don't know how much you've seen. We have a new thing going, which is our year-long team tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And so
it's really cool.
Really fun. Your top 10 fish. You have a 3-person team. You each put in your top 10 fish, so top 30 fish total. And right now I'm sitting at a measly little 22 inches, so I've got to go out there. So I might actually join in on bogs too, so I can help get in some more fish. So I'm excited to hear all of this.
That'll be something me and Jeremy can get into next year then too. I'll be looking forward to that. So I'll definitely be paying attention for 2027. That's for sure.
Yes, there's a bracket that we're doing in that set of biggest bass. We have a bracket, so everybody is going up against each other and moving on down. So it's going to be a ton of fun.
I'll definitely look into that. That sounds fun.
That will change each month, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, man, I appreciate that. All the knowledge that you shared with us, because that's the whole point. This year is to really push new people and get them out there. And sometimes when you don't know anything about it, you get a little intimidated to go. So we appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. And, you know, I'm one of those guys. I have a YouTube channel to show and help people catch fish. Now, I tournament fish also, but I always put everything that I know on my videos on the Fishing with Gramps YouTube channel, just so if you're new to a lake and you don't have any idea, I'm at least trying to give you a starting point. And I get this whole, well, what if somebody comes and uses your spots and beats you? They know they watched my video. I know they watched my video. So, you know, that's the whole point. I'm there to help everybody try to catch fish. And then the guys who are going to kick my butt every week anyway, well, they were going to do it anywho, because they're probably out. They're out pinging their men or on their forward facing, and they were going to beat me anyway.
So true.
Yeah, we've got some hammers coming to Bluegrass tomorrow.
Yeah, we do.
I saw that Glenn and Chris were pitching tomorrow, so
we might see that leaderboard get shook up a little bit tomorrow.
Happens every time.
All right, guys. So if you want more info, go to his channel and watch Fishing with Gramps.
Yes.
Like he said, he has lots more videos out there.
Lots of videos.
Show us some support, and we are so excited to see you back out in 2027.
I appreciate it.
Hopefully. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on. Miss you guys and look forward to seeing you again in the future.
All right. Have a great night, man.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. And so now we're going to bring on Tom Parr. He's going to come on and talk to us about Bischoff Reservoir.
Yeah.
Bischoff, is that how you say it? And I think maybe you will at least give us the basics of Palestine too. I know you've been out there some, possibly.
Yeah, so been out at Palestine once. It wasn't this time of year, you know, so it may be totally different, you know, being that it's in the spring, but basically, Palestine's like a big hourglass. There's 2 big bowls in the lake and kind of a shallow or flat, if you will, in the center. A lot of grass in that lake. So if you're looking forward to a grass fishery, that's definitely the place to go. A lot of cool wildlife out there. Last year, we was out there and got to watch a deer come across the lake and jump in and swim across the lake, which was pretty cool. So yeah. But Palestine's, I mean, you know, last year they put up some pretty big numbers out there. It's got some pretty good fish. So, you know, you can go out there and be pretty consistently all day, you know, catching fish. So it's a pretty cool little lake.
That's pretty cool. All the pictures, there's like lots of swans too, which I think is kind of cool, but I hear they're mean, so I don't know. But they look really pretty. It makes fun to watch them. Okay, so tell us about Bischoff Reservoir.
So Bischoff is a little bit bigger of a lake than Palestine. It's got all the different cover that you could ask for bass fishing. It's got rock laydowns. It's got grass. I mean, it's ton of bass habitat all over the place. So sunken trees and everything. I mean, you will, if you're up flipping in the trees, you may lose a lure or two. Just be prepared for that. But, you know, this time of year, obviously, you know, be looking for secondary points, wind blown points, stuff like that. You know, obviously they're going to want to push up to spawn and stuff. So, you know, that's kind of your what you're going to target. There is a dam there. It's all rock. I've caught a few with a crankbait down the dam. So, but I think that would be a good starting spot if you're new to the lake. It's a lot shallower. If you come off there's only one ramp at the lake. If you come out of the ramp and go north, it gets kind of into a shallow flat way back in the back. That water back there warms up a lot faster. And then if you go to the southern end, it's deeper. So, the water stays a little bit cooler back in there. So, but good starting points if you want to go north and fish warmer water where it's a bunch of grass, or go south where there's laydowns and rocks. So
a little bit of both worlds. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Fish your strengths there.
Yep.
Which he likes. He, as much as we're used to grass and he likes grass, he really likes fishing rocks too.
Yeah. It's rare out there at Bluegrass, and most of the places we go. But if I can find rock, I like to fish rock.
Yeah, love throwing a crankbait around some rocks for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Or shaky head
that's
if you
my thing.
Yep, for
Yeah.
sure. So, but yeah, good fishery. I mean, there's been some big fish caught out there. My PB for Bischoff is a 20. And then I know there was a first tournament last year. I mean, there was a giant that was caught. I can't remember. It was in the 21 and some change. I mean, it was big old football. So
Awesome.
There's definitely big fish in the lake. You'll have to weed out through some of the dinks. But that's just an Indiana lake for you, right? So
It's very
100%.
much so.
yep.
For sure. I forgot to ask about the ramps out at West Boggs. He said the ramp. Is there only one ramp?
There's only one launch that I'm aware of.
Okay. What about Bischoff? Is there one ramp, or is there?
Bischoff is only one ramp. Palestine is only one ramp. There are some, and another thing at Palestine, there's some docks and stuff like that too. I forgot to mention, but yeah, just one ramp at both lakes. So.
And I don't believe, and I may be wrong. I should have fact checked that. I don't believe either one require that little permit thingy, do they? Because neither one are out of state park, so I don't think those require a permit. I need to look at that, but
yeah, I don't think
I
they
know it wasn't
require
required at
DNR.
Boggs.
yeah,
Yeah, Bischoff and Palestine, I don't believe require a DNR pass. I mean, there's no gate to check in on either of them. I will say Palestine, the parking is, I mean, it's a pretty small parking lot, so if you're going to get there early kind of thing. Bischoff is.
And Bronner said 22 and a quarter for Bischoff.
Okay. Yeah,
was
it
a big
was
one.
it was huge.
that's awesome.
Big old bass.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then Bischoff, like I said, it's a little bit bigger of a parking lot. The ramp is it's kind of beat up, so just be careful on the ramp. So just watch your step, I guess.
Yeah, definitely good to know.
That's awesome.
I've busted my tail on it once or twice. So
I mean, you just earn your stripes.
yeah, exactly.
Everyone has to take a fall or two to count.
Yeah, but
All
it's
right,
supposed to
man.
rain all week, so should be good.
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
So
Yep. That Indiana spring weather, we get the rain and the cold mixed in all the time. So,
if you don't have rain gear, get that in
Pick
your
it up
Amazon
before the
cart and
tournament.
get it shipped to your
trust
house.
me when I say, don't fish a tournament in the rain without some rain gear, because it makes a world of difference. You go from being, you're still not going to feel great when it's
No.
pouring on you. You're still going to be somewhat miserable, but when you have rain gear, you're just slightly less miserable.
yeah, exactly.
A little bit.
Exactly. I will say though, Bischoff generally fishes really well when the weather is terrible. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny how that works.
We
but-
see the same at Bluegrass. If the weather's terrible, the fish are probably going to eat.
yeah.
Consider a reward for toughing it out.
Yes.
exactly.
That's why I'm like debating on how bad I want to up my team score and chances, because it looks pretty gross out there at Boggs too. So all around lots of rain, but man, that whole bracket really
she's
kind of
feeling the pressure. on the team tournament.
Damn, my
She's like,
measly 22 inches.
I've got to
like, oh my
fish some more
gosh.
tournaments and make some upgrades for the team. So
There
she's like,
you go.
you know, especially that bracket. It's like
It's good
you don't want to
driving
get
force.
eliminated first round.
You know,
Yep.
I know who I'm up against. I know my chances are slim because he's fishing multiple tournaments. I know that. I know he's fishing, I think, tomorrow. So, you know, I know my chances are slim, but I don't want him to be 0. So I got to go out there, right?
Well,
and give it a try.
Hey, let's just, at least you're not against John Fox. I don't
Oh,
know,
that's true.
I don't know
feel
who
sorry
he's up
for
against
whoever
right
is
now, but that
against
guy absolutely hammered him. And I know we're going to get to that in a minute, but he absolutely hammered him this weekend. So
He sure did.
Yeah.
He sure did. Good for him. No, he had a great day for sure.
So, and I love his pictures. His smile is just beaming. It makes me so happy. Yeah. Okay. I know you are fishing tomorrow too, and you're going to be up early and you got tournament prep. So thanks again for coming on and sharing your knowledge, and good luck tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Maybe not too much luck, but
I'm like all for you hitting like 88 inches tomorrow, man. Pushing it out there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's going to be an early morning, long drive down to Bluegrass. So I've never fished that lake before, so I'm real anxious to get down there and see what happens. So
go out and find one of those Bluegrass giants. Just don't find the same giant that Jim did.
Yeah. The wrong kind of giant. We're gonna get to that one in a minute too. All right,
that was fantastic. Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Yep. Bye.
Okay, so that was fun. Lots of fun, lots of laughs. I can't help it. It's just this season just so much fun.
So good that the season is finally here.
It does.
Like, building up really every day this week leading up to the tournament. It was just like that anxiousness hitting of like, do I have everything ready? Am I fully prepared for what's to come? Am I gonna find fish? Am I going to skunk? Because if you've fished many tournaments at all, you know the feeling of that skunk. So, like, I do not want to start off the year with that. And it's going to happen from time to time. But, yeah.
Okay. We are having a little bit of connection issues, so we're going to do something real fast, so bear with us.
It may kick us for just a second.
We don't normally have this issue, so see if we can get this fixed, and then we'll move on. Maybe.
You can go ahead and start talking.
Okay.
What you're going to do.
I just didn't know if it would kick us off. I don't want to be in the middle of it.
It may.
Okay, so the other upcoming event that we actually have 2 more upcoming events that we need to talk about tonight. One is Mill Pond in Lawrence. I was not able to get, it's my fault, totally my fault. Last week was spring break and I forgot to do literally everything I needed to do. So I don't have anyone on to talk about that tonight. That is upcoming. If one of you guys know that lake really well, send me a message, let me know. We'll maybe do a little short and stick it out there for other people or something of that nature. Cause I do, would love to get that info out there. But that one is coming up too. These are coming up on April 2nd through the 6th. So you need to sign up by preferably Wednesday night, but Thursday morning at Lines In is the cutoff. So make sure that you get signed up for those. So once again, for our regular series, we have West Boggs, Bischoff, Palestine, Mill Pond, and Lawrence. So make sure that you're getting signed up for those. But we also have another really fun event coming up.
Let me go ahead and connect this real fast. All right, back, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties. We will work on that for next time. Okay, so we have one more really fun event that I want to make sure we go over, and that is our fundraising event for. I know I'm getting ready to. Our fundraising event for GRBY. It's our club benefit tournament, and we are partnered with USA, or not, wrong one, Indiana. Okay, what's the name?
Kayak Bass Nation.
Thank you, the Kayak Bass Nation. Total brain freeze, all the clubs at one time. Let's see if I can share my screen here. Okay, so we are doing the club benefit tournament. It is at Patoka Lake. It is 4/9 through 4/13. So you want to make sure that you get registered for that soon. We are going every person who signs up. It is once again a 4-day tournament. You don't have to fish it the same day as the Bass Nation tournament. So you have 4/9 through 4/13 to fish it. Every entry, every time you sign up for it, you get an entry into to win a waterbound kayak trailer, which is awesome. There is a small fish bingo card, which I'm going to go over in just a minute, and a $25 cash payout to the 25%, sorry, cash payout to the following: largest 5 fish limit, big bass, smallest 5 fish limit, and most coals. So there are a lot of little fun things added in on this. You also can win a 5-minute early launch to the 2026 championship. So just get like a little bit of an advantage there. Maybe hit that spot before somebody else does. First fish caught by time stamp regardless of day, and then a random draw. You can qualify for the championship by fishing these events. You can fish all 4, or they can count for your 8 total for the season. So it can also get you AOI points. Okay, so you can, go here and get some more Angler of the Year points.
Yeah, so if you're working for one of those region AOIs, those benefit tournaments will work for that.
And they also work for the year-long team tournament, so you can also do that for those. So for the small fish bingo, you need to make sure that you submit your fish regardless of whether it helps your limit or not. Submit it so that they can see it and prove it. Okay. You can either print off your card or mark it digitally. It is your responsibility to track your catches on this card. Post a picture of the bingo card and on the Facebook page, or if you don't have a Facebook page, text a board member, and the first to get 5 in a row will win $100 cash. Timestamp the last fish, regardless of the day, will be used to break a tie. You have to do it by the following the end of the Friday, following the end of the tournament by 11:59 p.m. And if there's not a winner at the first event, if nobody fills out this card, then it gets transferred to the next event and it goes up to a $200 prize, and so forth and so forth. So, and if you do have a winner, they're going to post another card. But this right here is the bingo card for it. I love games and competition. Obviously, that's why I love to tournament fish. So probably you guys do too. So this aspect is so much fun, especially when you're out there weeding through the small fish like we talked about at those Indiana lakes. So you will mark out all of these here. And the first 5 in a row wins $100 cash prize. So you can't beat that. Yeah. Along with all the other prizes out there, there are a ton of prizes for signing up for this. Yes, they're at different locations that you're probably going to have to travel for, but I think it's definitely worth a weekend camping trip or something of that nature to at least do one of them. It's going to be a blast. And this bingo card right here is incredible. Just another fun thing we're doing this year to help it grow. Yeah. And I love that they came up with this idea. It's pretty incredible. So that is that tournament. I'm going to go back over the date one more time. This first one is at Patoka Lake, 4/9 through 4/13. The next one will be at Lake Monroe. And then we have Raccoon Lake and is that Wawasee?
Wawasee, yeah.
Yeah, so that one. So that will be the last one. So there are 4 opportunities to fish this. So that is incredibly fun. Get in on that. That's coming up super soon also. So we have 5 events coming up before the next GRBY Talk. So tons of opportunities over the next few weeks to get in, and those fish are starting to really turn on. This weather, the water temps are staying pretty consistent and where they need to be, so it's the perfect time to jump in and fish. Lots of fun. We are going to talk about our current standings. One of the tournaments this week was our local lake, so we both fished bluegrass.
Yes.
He had a much better day than I did, but it was still a ton of fun. I'm going to pull that one up first. And I got to reshare my screen.
Yeah, the cool thing is, if you like watching fishing, we will have a live video of our tournament, so you'll have to check out our channel for that. It's going to be a fun video. I'm sure there will be some frustration shown in it, and the good and the bad will be shown in that video.
I was not frustrated. It's fine. All right, so these are some pictures people sent in from bluegrass. This is my friend Amanda Smith's giant she caught out there. I told her she caught the twin because if you've seen my fish, it was literally about the same size. So I kind of think we might have caught the same fish. So, we're out there catching littles and giants, but we were having fun. Let's see. I don't know why it's so small. Let me see. There we go. Andrew was out there catching, I think he said 18 and a half. I can't remember. I didn't write the size down.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Caught a nice one out there.
Yeah, this one was a 19 and a half.
19 and a half, yep. Fun stuff. I was right over there, so I rolled over and took a picture. So once again, you're out there and you see somebody catch a giant, go take a picture for him. I know he's my husband, and so that kind of doesn't count, but still. Then Jacob Singer out there slowing around.
Showing off last minute heroics there.
Right.
He caught that 20 and a half and made some pretty big upgrades really within the last 2 hours of the day. So I know I talked about it in one of the very first video. If you're fishing, don't give up and leave early. I understand if you're having a bad day out there, like, it's easy to be like, man, it would just be so much better to just go hit the truck and get out of here. If you stick with it, you can land some giant fish I made one of my tournaments, I made an upgrade. And as I threw it back in the water, I was about to make another cast. And I looked down at my watch last year. And it was lines out. So I measured the fish with the last minute to go. And I made an upgrade that put me up 2 places. So you can make big upgrades if you fish all the way through to the end. Don't give up halfway in because, hey, they're not really biting today.
That's right. He literally slung in last minute and got an upgrade. And then I had to show this off. And I don't even think he's on tonight because if he is, he'd be commenting. He probably didn't realize we were on tonight. I didn't put it in the chat. But this is Jim's nice 29 and a half inch bass. If anybody caught that, he was being goofy, but he caught a muskie out there and I wanted to show it off for him. We'll probably catch the replay and see that, but he said that one was wild. A lot of fun to reel in out there. We do have muskie out at bluegrass and they are hard to catch, very hard to catch. He was able to land one. Bluegrass is beautiful. Joe sent in this photo. He found some fish that day too, but he's been in the sunset there, the sunrise, I should say. Yeah. Ryan found a few fish out there too. Had some fun, and I think he's fishing another tournament tomorrow too. I think I've seen his name. And then let's get switch. This is our friend Toby. This was his first tournament, so shout out to Toby. He had a day, and the wind the day we fished was miserable, but he got a nice one in the boat. So
he got this experience bluegrass, the way it should be experienced for the first time.
Yes.
And his first tournament ever got to experience that 30-mile-an-hour plus winds.
Yes. Let's see. So bluegrass standings currently, we have Paul Claspel in first place with 92 3/4 inches. Jacob Singer, 89.5, and Chase is in third at 89. So you can see every little quarter inch matters.
Yes.
So rounds up real fast. We still have 7 left to fish tomorrow, and we have some hammers coming out tomorrow.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how much this is going to change, or if it's going to be an interesting bite out there, because bluegrass bite, it can be finicky, super finicky, on or off. Some days you have to really fight for it. I'm interested to see. I feel like we've already said it, we would have loved to fish tomorrow. I feel like the weather's going to be good for them.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there are obligations that kind of take Monday out of the picture for us right now. But I'm excited to see. Got Chris Hillenbrand going out tomorrow, Glenn, Lewis, Tom, who we talked to earlier, and a couple others out there. So I am curious to see how that day is going to go. Super excited about that. Let's see.
Yeah, Chris came in last year and I think won Big Bass 2 times. So
I think so.
You know, we definitely expect him to come in and put up at least one giant out there.
Yes. Okay. So we also had Johnson County Public Waters going on this weekend. Bruce found a couple nice one, it looks like. Oh, sorry, Teresa.
Yeah,
it's okay.
That's rough.
Sometimes
she had a rough day on the water yesterday, and we all know what those are like.
Yeah, this is girl, you got it next time. Just go out there and pretend you're fun fishing. I think you'll slay them because you know how to catch them out there. So
yes.
James England, he found a nice one out there in Johnson County. That looks like a beast. And Tim, 18 3/4. I don't know why some of these pictures seem super blurry. I'll have to figure that out for next time. But look at that belly on that fish right there. Belly. Getting
looks like the tail's ripped up a little bit too.
It is, yeah.
Starting to prepare those beds, guys. Be ready.
It is coming. Okay, and then I should have put the standings last and I didn't. So the standings for Johnson County, we have Michael Luke at 82.
Tight race.
Yeah.
Really tight race. The first 4 people just a few inches away from each other.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Every fish matters. You just can never throw one back. We were actually talking about it. Sayak also had their first tournament this weekend, and it was incredible. I just showed off your muskie and you weren't here for it.
I just shared it in the group, so you probably just noticed that we were live.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, I tried to share it earlier and I don't think the leak actually published.
Yeah.
It was being weird. We're having internet issues tonight. But I did show off your muskie for you. I mean, your 29.5-inch bass. But got Michael Luke at 82 3/4 fish. Tom, who we talked to earlier, sitting in second. 81.5 inches, and James England at 81 inches. So tight race. I'm trying to think how many. They have 5 left to fish tomorrow, including my teammate Ryan Becker.
Yeah.
Joe Gentry. Justin is fishing tomorrow. Justin Cavett. So a couple others. It's going to be. I don't know. I don't know enough about. I'm excited. I feel like a sports announcer. I'm going to get to know these teams and what everything produces. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Never thought that would be in my job description, but
thank you, Emily. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Cause it was not working for me. Technical difficulties. This one can change so easily. Easily.
Yeah. I mean, you can see a lot of people putting up in that, upper 70 to lower 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously there are some good ones out there. You never know. It could end up, somebody may just really get on them tomorrow. Yeah, Jim, you're musky. We showed it off a little.
Okay. And then we had Blue Lake, which I didn't get very many pictures for that, but Tanya said in her picture, she was able to find a fish. She said it was very windy. She fished the same day we did, and the wind was just as bad up there, but she did find one, and some other people did too. We're again in the low 80s here. Weather has definitely that on and off. It's been kind of crazy. But we got Marcos. I don't know how to say his last name.
Villanueva.
Okay, there we go. You're going to get to say all the hard names. 82 3/4. James Miller, 81. Cam Heineman.
Yep.
78.5 inches. So let me think. They only have 2 left to fish, including one as your teammate, and then Rich
Good luck out there, Pam.
Yeah.
Bring the team some big fish.
That's right. Not too big fish, though. Just kidding. So they only have 2 left to fish. So this one gets super interesting when you have lower numbers on Monday, a little less pressure, but it could still, those 2 could go out and take it. So you never know. Last we had Worcester fished, and we all know we only saved one of his pictures. My bad. Mr. John Fox went out there and killed them.
Yeah.
Just slayed them.
Yeah.
Look how happy he is.
I mean,
I love it.
To catch 2 fish over 21 inches,
Yeah.
like what a day he had out there.
That's right.
And she's about to show the standings, and it's just going to show. I mean, he obviously there are some people that had good days, like multiple people in the 80s. With Larry today actually fishing and hit 89, but I mean that 100 inches is just way up there. I mean that. To put up a century bag in a tournament is such a huge thing in Indiana. I know that it happens, but it doesn't happen that often. So it's really cool seeing that. Congrats, man. I mean, what a way to kick off the season. That's 100 right. inches.
And if you haven't seen them, I can't believe I don't know. It's colder than an Eskimo. I bet we heard from other people that it was cold. Jim said, ashore, never been more cold than it was on Bluegrass Saturday. Yes, you guys definitely picked the colder days to fish. Yeah. I am not, as much as the wind was ridiculous, I think I would take that over the cold.
Well, and I talked to Chris Daly, who fished out there Friday, and he had just a rough day all around, plus the weather being so cold. And I mean, it even rained some Friday. Like, yeah, some of you guys definitely had a rough day. Our day was horrible because of the wind, but overall we were able to find some fish. So,
yeah. So way to go, John. Way to kill him. I have more pictures that he posted on GRBY. So go check them out. It's pretty incredible to see the fish he landed. We have, I meant to show this when we were talking about bogs earlier. Nate has been out there pre-fishing, working his butt off. I'm not going to show it. Oh my gosh. At bogs. So that's what coming out of bogs right now, guys. So get excited. I know the weather's going to be gross, but it's going to be worth it. I think really going to show some things. We have our month longs also.
Yeah.
And here is Troy with one of the massive fish he caught this year.
Yeah. He's having a solid month long too.
That's right. He is currently sitting in first place with 101 inches for the month long.
Yeah. That is huge, man. That's really awesome seeing those numbers. Again, catching, man, I've not passed the 21 incher. 21 is my PB. So seeing that 21 and a half, I'm slightly jealous, and I'm hoping to pass that up this year.
That's right. So he's sitting at 101 inches. And there are 2 days left to fish. Paul is only a quarter inch behind him. A quarter inch behind him. So in 2 days, is that going to change? I don't know, because it's also a work day.
We know Paul fishes bluegrass, so
yeah, it is possible.
It could definitely happen.
It is possible, but if you look at his numbers there, it is going to be hard to upgrade and get up there. But it can change in 2 days, so it all depends on if you have the time to get out there and fish on weekdays or not. So, and then. Hold on.
Showing off your big fish, huh?
No, that was not even my tournament fish. That's for something in a minute. Oh, I just passed it. This is the North month-long standings. Of course, John, who was signed up, double dip, signed up for the tournament and the month-long. Sometimes that pays off.
When your phenomenal day puts you first place in the month-long, you know you had a phenomenal day.
Yeah. 21 and a quarter, 21, 27. Look at that. That's incredible. So he's sitting in first place up in the North. Cody Young and James Miller are not too far behind if they have time to get out and fish over the next 2 days. So
Emily said her only goal for the first tournament is to get on the board. Good luck. We really hope you do. Let me tell you,
I thought I was
Don't stress it if it doesn't happen.
I thought I was going to skunk. If I would have fished clean, I would have had a limit. But I did not fish clean. Although that wasn't all my fault, but I won't get into that right now. I'll save that for our show. But yeah, if I would have fished clean, I would have had them all on the board. But because I lost a couple fish before, I didn't know if I was going to actually get on the board, and it was probably around noon by the time I actually landed my first fish, and I didn't care what size that thing was. It was going on the board. I was so excited. And of all things, on the most incredibly windy day, like I'm not kidding you, it was ridiculous. 30-mile-per-hour winds consistently blowing me right through the very thick algae. Just insane. I was literally pushed up against the dock. By fishing clean, it means like if you didn't lose any fish.
Yeah.
So I lost a couple fish.
So when one hits, you actually get a hook set on them. You actually land the fish,
Get the fish
that
in
you
the
hook into. So
Yeah.
that's fishing clean. So if you have one of those days where it's like everything you do just seems to go wrong, where I hooked the fish, I got it all the way to the kayak, and boat flipping it, I lost it, or couldn't get a net on it, one or the other. Just botched hook sets. That's when you're not fishing
or
clean.
when your leader line completely comes off.
Yeah, break off your leader line 2 times.
Yeah, but
So
I was pushed all the way up against the bank, and he had told me that I should throw a frog, and I threw a frog, and I could not even believe it. I literally threw the frog, and the wind started blowing it on its own, and I started working it back into me, and I caught my first fish on a frog on the most windy day, and I would have never even imagined. I surprised I got it because it surprised me so much. It took me pretty long. It was actually probably why I got it, because it took me so long to realize what actually happened before I set the hook, so I was able to get it. But I was so happy.
We've got that guy Drew said that wind was terrible, so he was out there fishing the same day as us. And
Yes.
That was absolutely
it was
brutal.
So bad.
Yeah.
So it's hard to fish clean because there's just stupid things that happen. I had one all the way up to the boat on a Texas's rig, and I don't even know how I lost it. It had the hook in his mouth. It was a little guy, pulled it up out of the water, and it just flopped. I didn't say he pulled it up. Like I got it to the surface, and it just jumped and flopped, and I lost it. I was so mad.
Yeah, I missed a couple bites on Thursday, and then right at the end had a fish blow up that I seen the fish. I know for sure it would have been an upgrade for me. I don't know. It most likely wouldn't have put me above Paul. It would have put me up there probably with Jacob. And I failed on my hook set. I did not get that fish in the boat. So yeah, that fishing clean is definitely the primary goal every time.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's just not going to happen.
No, it does suck when you know in your head how many you lost, and you know you would have landed a limit on the first tournament of the year. So that kind of sucks, but that's okay. Gives me a good excuse to go fish another one. So, let's see.
Jim said his first tournament of bogs last season was 5 bites and 5 landed. Yeah, that's
awesome.
That's when you know that it really pays off. And especially when it's only 5 bites, and had you not hit that 5th bite, it failed on any of those fish, you wouldn't have had a limit. So yeah, that's huge.
I wanted to go over the team tournament standings and to remind everybody, when you're fishing these first couple tournaments, upload every single fish, because you need 10 fish for your team. So upload every single fish, all of them. Even if you know in your head you're going to catch a bigger one, or at least you believe you are, upload it anyways, because you need 10 fish for the tournament. So we got some awesome numbers for the teams already. We got Team 25, which is John Fox, Marcos, how did you say his last name again? I'll work on it. And then Larry, 391 inches.
And Marcos, if I'm saying your name wrong, just say it.
Yeah, just say so.
I'm pretty positive.
I wasn't even going to try. But yes, 391 inches on their fish, because they've all, look at that. Look at those numbers right there. How beautiful is that? That's insane. And I love this. Andrew Drew in the problem, which is my friend. My friend is the problem.
Andrew John in the problem.
Yeah, sorry. John. I don't know. Brain's not working. Andrew John in the problem. My friend is the problem but I loved it because their numbers and then hers. I know her. She'll get them up. she will get them up. She fished the windy day with us, and she also had her daughter in tow, so that kind of changed her
that had
plan.
To have been a rough day.
Yeah, so she was pulling her daughter around on a paddle kayak. So, but you're doing a great job.
Awesome.
I'm gonna have to practice it. If you're gonna be up there that high, I'm gonna have to practice it some more. But they got 308 inches, and I know her number will change significantly, so that's going to change pretty drastically, and they're gonna have a really good chance. And then Team 17 is also doing pretty good here in third. Todd Mason, Tom Parr, and Merlin Hammer, who hasn't put up any fish because he hasn't fished a tournament yet.
Yep.
And he is a hammer. His last name is Hammer. And
his name is very fitting. If you don't know Merlin, his name is very fitting.
So that's exciting. So once again, upload all your fish while you're fishing. And for those who don't know how to upload fish, this is so you get your picture. Hopefully this will work for me. You get your picture, super simple. You're going to make sure, hold on. Go into that. Make sure that your tournament identifier is on there and your team tournament identifier is on there. Okay. Then all you do is you go to your app. You're going to click submit a catch. You're going to simply just click on both the tournament that you're in and the year-long tournament. You click on both of them, and then you go down to submit catch, where you're going to upload your photo, put in the length. Hold on, I'm apparently a slow typer. And then all you got to do here is click submit catch, and it submits it to both tournaments. So it's super simple. Do your best to submit it at the same time. Right now, there is a grace period if you don't, but do your best too. So you want to make sure that you just get in that practice of submitting it at the same time. Because you just have to click it. It's going to be easier for you. You don't have to go back in, search for your fish. Super simple. Just submit it at the same time.
Now, on the last live, Reedy did say, like, if you've already got your 5 for the tournament day and they're not going to be an upgrade for the single day tournament, you can submit just to the team tournament if they're an upgrade for the team tournament still. Or, like, if you haven't hit your 10 fish for the team, you can upgrade to just the team after you've submitted your 5 for the regular tournament.
No, you do not need to check in for the team tournament. It's always good to check in for your regular tournament just because check in and out, but it is actually not a requirement. So I think I can stop sharing. I just got to remember how to stop sharing on this thing.
I can just take you off the screen.
So as you can see, numbers are stacking up. Things are heating up. There's still more people to fish tomorrow, which is going to be crazy. I cannot wait to see the outcome. I'm gonna be watching it, bluegrass, see what changes. Have some friends going out there tomorrow, so I'm excited. We are to the point where we are here to answer any questions you have. If you have any questions about the upcoming tournaments, rules, or anything of that nature, now's the time to drop them in the comments. I think I pretty much covered everything we were going to go over tonight.
And if you have any questions on what they're eating right now on bluegrass, you'll find out in 2 days.
He's not sharing the juice. I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
That's funny. You're going to be stubborn tonight. You can message me later. I'll tell you. No, just kidding. Happy husband, happy life. Is that? Oh, wait, no, that's different. I'm trying to make sure that we covered everything. Yeah, I don't think that I missed anything certain. One thing I do want to say is I have been horrible about doing specific sponsor spotlights. I'm going to work on that because we have some awesome sponsors. You can see them -1 because I forgot to add it before the show around the board. So check these guys out. They are the reason why we get to do what we do. And they help us put on our tournaments this year, as well as our series tournaments, such as I know Bluegrass is the Rod Locker. We have Honey's Hideout.
Lots of series sponsors.
If you go to the main schedule. Thank you, Jim. I love that you think I'm more funny than Chase. I appreciate that because I am. Just kidding. It's a battle we have. He doesn't think I'm very funny, and I'm telling him hilarious. But okay, Jake, I don't know if we are.
No size limit at all. Sorry, Jake. I'm
Okay.
answering this one real fast. Said he wanted to clarify on the rules what he thought he saw. Says there's no size limit. There has to be at least a 12-inch limit to enter. No size limit. So if you catch a 5-inch fish, and I've done it, literally done it. Last year I had a day that I submitted 3 bass, and my total was 21 inches. So it was probably my worst day fishing all year last year. And
it was funny.
Submitted 3 bass. I think one was like 6.5 inches, and the big one was like 9 inches.
I remember pulling it up and looking.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was
absolutely terrible.
And I did an 8.5 the other day. So
yeah,
you can submit anyone. Jake asked what day our fishing bogs. I don't know if we are actually going to be able to pull it off. I have a feeling if we fish it, it'll probably have to be Friday because our daughter doesn't have school that day. So I don't have to worry about drop off and pick up and all that stuff. But I haven't looked at the weather to see if realistically we can pull it off. But I hope so because I really want to do some more events and get my stuff up. And I've never been out to bogs and I want to. So
yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing is every fish counts, every inch counts. So I'm not one who says under 12. Like I just love throwing them up there on the board and then seeing the upgrades. There's no reason not to submit them. You caught them. They're fun.
Yeah.
All fish are fun. So
it's not fun measuring those tiny ones.
No, that actually does.
But we're also fishing the tournament that Marty Hughes is putting on, where it's 2026 bass and 2026. So bluegrass tournament, GRBY tournament, anything or no tournament at all, we're measuring every fish.
Mm-hmm. And like that guy Drew said, some days out there when a limit is hard to come by, those small bass can cash a check, and that is so true. I started talking about it earlier and I didn't. SIAC had their event this weekend, and I think like 30 something inches won it. So every inch in that tournament would have counted. It was just a hard bite. People were landing like 2 fish max, so every single fish counts. So it's definitely worth doing those small fish. I get it. There are people who won't measure anything smaller than 12 inches. So, that's your choice. But in my opinion, they all go on the board because you just never know if the bite is rough for everyone because not everyone uploads their fish as they go. Yeah. And you may end up winning the tournament with that little guy. So,
but yeah, Jake. So as of right now, we're not 100% positive we're fishing West Bogs, but we'll kind of decide that as we go.
Yeah.
It would probably end up having to be Saturday, to be honest with you.
I said Friday. I literally just said Friday because Anna doesn't have school.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about her not having school. Yeah, for sure. 3 fish at 21 inches better than having 0. Agreed.
I do. I like that there's no size limit. As somebody who's learning, it gives me experience measuring on the board and getting them submitted and just good practice in that. So I kind of like it personally.
Yeah, I mean, that kept me from being a skunk in that tournament, being able to throw those fish on the board. And I fished hard that day. It's not like I left anything on the table. Like I fished everything I had on the kayak with me. I fished hard. I mean, 2 of those tiny fish were literally on a frog, which like you don't normally land tiny ones on a frog. And 2 of my tiny fish were on a frog. So, I mean, I fished super hard that day. And I think my 3rd fish was within like 15 minutes to go. So,
yeah. My little guy was on the frog. I actually thought I lost the fish as I was reeling it in, and then I realized, nope, he's just a tiny little guy. It's fine.
I really love bogs. I've fished out there before, but I've never got to actually tournament fish, so I would love to do it.
I've never been on the water out there, so I'm excited if we do get a chance. If we don't this time, we will eventually.
It's a beautiful lake. For anybody that's like on the bubble for fishing bogs, it's a beautiful lake. I do know it can get sketchy out there, especially the summer. Lots of pleasure boaters out there, but he said he double dog dares anyone to prove him wrong. But yeah, in the summer with the pleasure boaters, it gets kind of crazy on the weekends. But man, it's a beautiful lake, and if you get a chance, it's a good one to fish.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Okay, so if you have any more questions, I'll have time to drop them. We'll start wrapping up. Next time, we will actually hopefully have some winners on here and be able to talk to them and talk about, what their day was like and share their stories. Once again, if you guys catch any clips or cool, have cool catches, cool release videos, or anything of that nature, send them in. We want to throw them up here and, just kind of spotlight you guys, because we are grubby, all of us. We make it up. We make it the community. We want to make sure that we share all that we can. And, not everyone appreciates your fish stories, but we do. So,
yeah, for sure.
So you can send them to us and we'll get them up here. Or if you just see something cool, send us a message. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It has been a lot of fun. If you missed the first half, go back. We had JT talking about bogs, which was awesome, and Tom talking about Bischoff and Palestine. So go check those out. And once again, if you fish Mill Pond or Lawrence, message me. I'd love to get some info out there about that too. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time here on GRBY Talk.
Yeah. Have a great night, guys.